Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about the percent proportion. Okay, so what's a percent proportion? You can represent A as P percent of W with this proportion. So A over W equals P over 100. So A is, A is P percent. So basically you take whatever your fraction is, you set it equal to another fraction with 100 in the denominator, and then you solve that for P, and that's going to be the percent. So, for example, 3 out of 4 is 75%. So you'd show that as, here's your A, 3 out of W would be 4, okay? And you set that equal to 100, and really what you would set it up as is you'd get this, P over 100, and then you would solve that by solving a proportion. So remember, P is going to equal 100 times 3 divided by 4, and that's going to come out to be 75. And that's your percent. Okay? So very simple. It works really good if this number here divides evenly into 100. You can do it with any number, though. It's just a little extra work. So what percent of 15 is 12? Okay, so this is a problem. I would set this up this way. What percent, that's my variable. Of means times 15. So this means 15 times x is means equals 12. And then you just got to solve that. Okay, so divide by 15. X equals 12 fifteenths. Now that'll reduce because 3 will go in there 4 times. 3 will go in there 5 times. So that's 4/5. Okay. Now, if I want to know the percent, I set this up like this. There's my percent proportion. And then I can do this a couple ways. I can say, well, P is 4 times 100 divided by 5, which is going to be 80. The other way I can do this is I can say, well, you know what? 5 times 20 is 100, so 4 times 20 is 80, and I can do it that way too. Either way, my answer comes out to be 80%, and that's what I was looking for, so I'm done. Okay. Why don't you pause the video here and give this one a try, and then jump back on and see how it went. What number is 36% of 50? I'll wait for you to go ahead and do this. Okay, so what percent is my variable? Is 36. So is 36% of means times 50. Okay, so I'm going to get out my calculator at this point, and let's see, 0.36 times 50 is going to be 18. So X is 18, and I'm done. 18 is 36% of 50. Simple and easy. (150% of what number is 24? Okay, so this one, 150, that's 1.5. Of means times, so the variable is what number, X, is equals 24. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and solve this one by dividing by 1.5. So 24 divided by 1.5, that's going to be 16. So 150% of 16 is 24, which makes sense because 100% of 16 would be 16, and 50% of 16 would be 8, and 16 and 8 is 24. Okay, you're going to get to do these. There's actually 6 of them right here. Okay, so I want you to pause the video. I want you to solve all 6 of these problems, and then jump back on and see how you did. Okay, so what percent of 5? That means 5x is 3. So there's your problem set up. Very simple to solve. Okay, x is 3/5, that's 0.6, which is 60%. So that's a pretty easy one. Let's see. This 25 is what percent of 20? Okay, so 25 is what percent of 20? That's 20x. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and divide that by 20. X is going to be, let's see, 5 goes in there 5 times, and 5 goes in there 4 times. Well, if I divide that, that comes out 5/4 is 1.25, which is 125%. Okay, next. What number is 80% of 60? Okay, so what number is 80% of 60? This one I can do in my head because I know that 8 times 6 is 48. So 8 times 60 is 480, but I move the decimal, so it ends up being 48. So 48 is 80% of 60. 10% of 40.5 is what number? This one's actually easy enough. You should be able to do that in your head, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway. Okay, 10% is 0.1. Of means times. 40.5 is what number? When I multiply by 0.1, all it does is move the decimal one place to the left, so this is 4.05 equals x. And I'm done. Okay, 0.1%. Be careful, there's a decimal right there. 0.1% of what number is 4? Now make sure you get 0.1%. That's 0.001 in the decimal. Of what number is 4? So now I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 0.001. It's going to be a big number, actually. 4 divided by 0.001 is 4,000. This one's tricky because it's got a fraction in it. Okay, so 1/2 is 25% of what number? I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 0.25. So 0.5 divided by 0.25 is 2. X is 2. Which makes sense. Let's see, half of 2 would be 1, and so a quarter of 2 would be 1/2. And look at how beautiful that is. You don't see beautiful colors like that in your problems in English. Okay, so moving on. The bar graph shows the strength of tornadoes that occurred in Alabama in 2011. What percent of tornadoes were EFI, or EF, oh, I think that's supposed to be EF1s? Okay, so here's my EF1s right there. Okay, there's 58 of them. Out of how many? Okay, so this is going to be out of the total number of tornadoes. Okay, so I'm going to take all these and add them up. So 36 plus 58. 36, oops, let's clear this. 36 plus 58 plus 29 plus 13 plus 7 plus 2. That's 145. So 58 of 145 were EF1s. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take 58, divide that by 145, and I get 0.4, which we all know is 40%. So 40% of the tornadoes were EF1s. Okay, so now we are on to doing our lesson 1 through 35, the odd ones. I will see you guys in class. Have a good evening.